I remember it was October 2021 and I had just been fired from the first job that I had taken out of university. And in this job, I thought it was going to be a job for at least a few years where I'd be able to progress, get better, rise up the ranks. But yeah, I got taken into the office and being told that was my last day because I wasn't good enough. I went on holiday with my family, and after this holiday, my brother had decided to embark on a physical challenge, a great physical challenge to get into the best condition he'd ever been in for a photo shoot. And so I used that as an opportunity to get into the gym, start eating healthy, start tracking my calories. And in the 12 weeks post this holiday to Corfu, after being fired, I ended up getting into the best shape of my life. But there was a problem with this mentality because I restricted so fucking hard. I restricted so hard because I wanted to be perfect with my diet. And yes, I lost loads of weight. I lost about 14 kilos in 12 weeks, which was great. I was never able to keep up with that perfection. And so after this 12-week period where I'd got into really good shape, I ended up going back to the old habits that I had. The old habits of overeating. To be honest, I actually made it worse. I think I ended up binging way more than I maybe even binged before because I now was aware of the overeating habits that I had and how bad they were. And so whenever I did end up overeating, I would think even worse of myself, which would cause me to feel guilty. And I'd then overeat even more to avoid the discomfort of knowing that I'd just overeaten. And so the only way that I thought I could deal with this cycle would be to restrict again, but then that would cause me to binge. And for years, I've just been in this cycle, to be honest, of restricting, binging, restricting, binging, restricting, binging. And it's really not the right way to go about diets. When I used to be in this phase of wanting to lose weight, I would always be thinking about the end of the diet. Like, when can I stop this? When can I finish dieting? And I used to ask myself the question, like, how long will it take me to get into shape? How long will it take me to get lean? And whilst dieting is and reducing calories is hopefully something you do for a limited period of time, I think those questions were actually reinforcing the wrong mindset that I was approaching this whole weight loss thing with. Because for me, someone that's grown up fat, I went up to 125 kilos. Yes, dieting and reducing calories does work to help me lose weight. I was only treating the symptom of a bad relationship with food. And so what I'm getting at here is, yes, dieting equals weight loss. If you don't fix your relationship with food, it's not going to allow you to maintain the weight that you lose, because restricting calories is a short-term thing, but being able to eat in a healthy way is something that you need to do forever if you want to maintain the new body that you have. And that's honestly a lot harder. And when you realize that the goal isn't to lose weight, but the goal is to literally just become a healthy person, then things start to feel a little bit easier because you have to just keep showing up every single day. The goal, like health and fitness, is an infinite game. Training in the gym consistently, doing your steps, eating healthy is an infinite game. And the only way to lose the game is to stop playing. The only way to not win the game is to literally be like, all right, I'm going to have a day off. And I used to come up with these excuses, right? I used to be like, oh, I'm going on holiday. And I still do, to be honest. I'm like, yeah, I'm going on holiday. I don't need to eat healthy. But this just reinforces the belief in my head that I'm not the person that I want to be. And I come back from every single periods of overeating or not eating healthy, just feeling worse about my actions, because deep down I know that it's not in alignment with the person I want to be. So my point here is that if health and fitness is an infinite game and dieting is a short-term thing, then the goal needs to become very soon to be healthy, to become the healthy person, because there's no way around it. If you think that the diet is the goal, losing weight is the goal, then yes, you might lose weight, but you probably will gain it back because there's an underlying reason why you gained weight, and it could be a lack of awareness, or it could be using food as a crutch, or it could be boredom eating, it could be stress eating, it could be emotional eating, it could be whatever, it could be not feeling motivated to go and do exercise, it could be something in your life that is stopping you from seeking pleasure, whatever it is. If you don't address the things that cause you to gain weight and you just go on a short-term diet, whether that is being rigidly tracking calories or it could be going on keto, it could be going on carnivore, whatever method that you use, after you lose the weight, you haven't addressed the issues that have caused you to gain weight in the first place. You'll just go back into the cycle of binging because you're like, you haven't changed the thing that's going to cause you to gain weight. It's like when you go to a doctor and you say, my head hurts. I don't know if this is a really good example. I'm not that medically trained, but hey, we're going to go for it anyway. You go to the doctor, right? And you're like, my head hurts. And the head is hurting because if you've got a fucking bleed in your brain, right? You've got a bleed in your brain. If they give you paracetamol, yes, your head might stop hurting for a bit. But afterwards, when you stop taking the paracetamol, your head is still going to hurt because you haven't treated the freaking bleed. So the point here is that instead of trying to give yourself paracetamol by going on diet after diet after diet, just stop that. Because it doesn't treat the bleed, it doesn't treat the underlying food relationship issues. And honestly, I think I actually made it worse. Like for me, like I went on these restrictive diets, I lost loads of weight, I did really well and great, I built some great habits, but the guilt, the shame, the emotions that you feel after overeating, after going through a period of dieting, the body image, it just becomes worse. And so if you are on a diet, all I'm saying is just think about and reflect on and use that time to be like, all right, what's my relationship with food? How do I want to eat post-dieting? What does that actually look like? And treat the post-diet phase as a diet. Look, I hope that was helpful. Thank you very much for watching and stay tuned for more videos on how to lose weight and yeah, just sharing a little bit about my journey. Peace.